Oh my God.
Yeah, it can get quite windy in Chicago. Yes.
We have the same thing happening today. It warmed up to 10 degrees above zero. Cold.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely not for me. Okay,
Me neither. I'm working on that.
you are?
Come on. Yes. Let's all move to the French Riviera. I'll help you guys. I should.
Absolutely.
Haley,
Yes,
can I see
Tanya.
you?
I'll be
What's-
right there. How about
I see Haley. Yeah, she's taking a listing I gave in Texas.
Oh, you mean Holly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah, she's I met Hallie a few years ago actually. We actually oh, she's doing her hair.
You're
Okay,
doing
good one. That's such a Texas thing to do for but no, I actually bumped into to Hallie and her husband at
Is
a bar here. It's a restaurant. It's called the Crescent Hotel. And that's how we met each other many years ago. All right, I'm gonna record this. Well, actually, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes. So,
Yes,
oh, hi,
wait.
Tanya. Tanya's in Toronto as well. So, Maria's in Toronto as well.
Hi,
Tanya.
Tanya.
Hello, can you hear me this week?
We can, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
I
last
think it
week
was
we
a
had,
computer update the last time. I couldn't get the volume to work.
it's okay. It sometimes I'm just
Did you see
lucky things
Holly's
work.
Oh,
message?
Samia, is it Johnny Wise?
Oh yes,
I
my scarf.
have a Johnny Wise on too. I recognize him from far away.
Good taste.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You
All right,
too.
I'm gonna record this now.
So Audrey, we have friends who have a place in Ville. Well, no, almost bought a place in Villefranche.
Nice.
Almost. It needed a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Glenn, sorry to hear you're under the weather. Hope you feel better soon. We've got Brian Menke as well from Illinois. He's about 20 minutes outside of Chicago, but he's been a GMA for a few years now. And we've got some new members. Maria is a new member. Glenn is a new member. So you're welcome. I mean, you're welcome. Welcome to the GMA. You're welcome. Yeah, welcome to the GMA group. We do this every 2 weeks, and so what I wanted to do today, we were gonna do actually a meeting about Costa Rica today, but the person from Costa Rica had a listing appointment, so good for him. And so we're gonna modify it a little bit. I'm gonna just for about 10 minutes, I'm gonna just kind of go over a few things again, just to remind all of us on the call, because this call is being recorded as well. So I know a lot of people are going um, to watch this. So and then my mother is going to talk to you a little bit about her story, which is connected to the south of France, connected to the French Caribbean islands as well, the island of Saint Barts, and then luxury real estate as well, and how this is going to give you, I guess, some background and really some context into anything is possible really at the end of the day. And so it will be a fun Zoom to be on. And then by the end, we'll do 10-15 minutes of any of your questions. And so I will start and go ahead. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and hopefully this works. Share. Okay. So are you able to see my screen right now? Yes, perfect. All right. So for those of you listening and those of you who are brand new on the call, I just wanted to point out a few things that are very important on how to start. And also for those of you who have been members, I know that maybe you haven't seen all of the tabs that we have on the left side, but when you log in into globalmarketingagent.com, not school, but globalmarketingagent.com. And I want to really make the difference in that, because those are two different things. The school groups are the communication platforms for, we have a free group where we have agents from all countries, all brokerages that are not GMA member yet. They're just in the platform to come and learn, network, and see if GMA is something that they would like to try. And then we have a GMA members group only, to where this one is growing every day, and we are again focusing that group on anytime you want to introduce yourself, anytime you have a new listing. You know, it could be, hey everyone, this is Tanya. I've got a new property. It's in Mississauga in Ontario, Canada, and it's on the GMA website. Please go to view it, and hopefully we can work together. And so that's the GMA school group. But on the dashboard, as you can see, completely different. It will actually give you an order on how to start the training. So number one, take the training. Obviously, you can see it. It's on the left, GMA training. There's going to be some videos. It takes about 2.5 hours. All of that training is done through the HeyGen technology. Once you have done that, you're going to take a test. It's a 40 question test. It's pretty easy, but if you have any issues, always feel free to reach out to me. Then there is a what next video. That is video is about 15 to 20 minutes. And again, it's going to tell you everything on what to do next, which is going to be download the logo, download the badge. And all of this is going to be under the GMA library. And when you go to the GMA library, we're going to see a lot of different files from the logo, the badge, sample marketing posts that were done by previous members, announcements, really everything and anything that is about the GMA for you to start. And so this is very, very important for you to access the GMA library. Then as you can see under step 6, there's a document that you can click on, and this is a very common question I get all the time. And this document is everything and anything you need to know about how to input a listing into the GMA website with procurement or no procurement fee. All right. So again, within the training, all of you know by now that there's a big difference between no procurement fee and then procurement fee. But this document, again, will take you through all of the steps, and also so on how to input a listing, and also on how to co-market a property. And again, there are 2 scenarios on there. Once you become a co-marketer, there is the option with procurement fee and non-procurement fee. And as a reminder, when you go on the website and you look at well, I took it out. When you look at the listings and you are logged into your profile, you will see listings. If I click on all properties, hopefully this will do it. So here we go, perfect. As a reminder again, when you see this little logo on the top left of the picture, that means that that property has a procurement fee. Okay, the listings with the pictures where there's no little logo, that means that that property does not have a procurement fee. Okay, so when there's no procurement fee, that means that really you're just depending on the buyer's agent commission, or the agent with the buyer commission. But again, on this one, procurement fee. All right, so for those of you, I know some agents want procurement fees only, some, you know, just take every listing. So really, it's really up to your liking. But we have some beautiful listings again that are in the system. So please go and co-market them. A lot of great opportunities. And so the one more thing on the dashboard that I'm going to show you is, and I've been asked this question quite a few times as well, is when you're on the dashboard, you have 3 icons here. Join GMA members only school community. So this is the, you know, you just click on it, and this is for the GMA members. And then there's this one right here, which is the free group. I call it GMA member and then the free group. And then we have an affiliate program. This is a question that I've been asked quite a few times. We do pay you a thank you referral fee or a fee, whatever you want to call it, whenever you refer an agent to the GMA network, even if they pay on a monthly basis or they pay on a yearly basis. We, are willing to say thank you and give you a fee. Now on school, couple things. So as you can see at the top, it says Global Marketing Agent Paid Group. That means that this is the GMA group. And then if you go here, there's a couple icons. This is the other group. This is the free one. And this is the Global Real Estate Agent. There is a free training in this that I know a lot of agents never had, accessed it. This is a free training that we put on here. And we would call this the prequel of GMA. It's just 1 hour. It's done again through HeyGen. And it really talks about why becoming a global agent is truly a vital thing in today's business as a real estate agent. So if you have not taken this training, or if you want to give it to someone, again, I know Samia and I've had some conversations with, some of the groups that you have. Bring him to this group with your affiliate link. Tell them that there's a free training for an hour. And then it's going to just kind of give them, there's a workbook that they're going to have access to as well, which is really cool. It's everything on how to start your international business, what to do, how to start the conversations. So I encourage you again to come to the classroom of the Global Real Estate Agent. So as most of you know by now, you can actually look for discussions and post by topics. As you can see here, it says all. That means that you're going to see all the posts that have been done. Or you can click on general discussion. You can click on wins, or you can click on insights by Olivier. And so again, if you want to go back to all the posts that I've ever done, I would encourage you to do this. This morning I did one. It's about the Global Retirement Index for 2025 from internationalliving.com. It's a PDF. It's a huge PDF, by the way, but it's got a lot of great information. I encourage you to take that PDF. And if you look, I made a comment. This is a Canva that we did. And I am telling you to do this one. Post this on your social media platforms with the attached image, and then right under it, hey everyone, I could really use your help with a quick question below. Thanks so much for your time and support. And this is the Canva post. It says homeowners. I don't know if you can see it, but at the bottom it says, do you own real estate outside the city you currently live in? This is a great way to start conversation with your sphere of influence. As I tell people all the time, you have to know within your sphere of influence who already owns home outside of San Francisco or outside of Toronto, because those are going to be your perfect target market for new opportunities. And so the one more thing I'm going to show you, and then we're going to have my mother start, is on the GMA paid group. If you go under calendar, this is where you're going to have access to the link of today's Zoom or every Zoom that we do. So whenever you're in a panic and you say, oh my God, I don't have the link for today, go on the Zoom. My mother is shaking her head because this is what she says to me pretty much every time. Then you just go on here and you just have the Zoom link. So it's very, very simple. And here again, if you're a new member, like Brian did this yesterday, we're going to go down just a little bit. Brian, I think, yeah, introduction. So you come here, you say, hey, everyone, this is Maria. I'm from here. This is what I specialize in. I think, Maria, you did it, but you did it on the other group. So I would love for you to do it on this group as well. So again, just a few things. And then one more thing, because I tag people on this constantly. This one right here. This is a simple marketing. I think I did something I should have not done. Okay, sorry. Watch this. Let's go here. All right. This post right here, which was made on August 24th, this is the post that shows you once you ask authorization for a property for you to co-market. This post here is really about Facebook and LinkedIn, the way that the structure on how you do it. But people ask me all the time, how do I do it? Well, once you hit the vault with all the pictures and the information, you download about 4 to 5 pictures, and then you just write the information that you receive from the listing agent. And then as you can see here at the bottom, do not put the price because you want people to ask you a question. You just say, hey, contact me today for more information on this unique property and for pricing. And so this is for the Facebook. And then this is the one here that was done on October 24th as well. This one is done for Instagram and TikTok. Those of you who are very tech savvy, unlike myself, then I encourage you to make little 26 to 30-second video. Come in here, again, use the pictures that you get in the vault, put a little bit of music to this. I tell you who's really good at this, Hallie, and also Jessica Taylor. I mean, they're really, really good at this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, 26 seconds. Boom. That's
Where
it.
do we access that? Sorry.
Okay. Access, you mean, okay, so
To make
that
the
is some,
videos, to make the
okay.
videos.
Yeah, you see, that's a question I would ask myself as well. Apparently, kids know how to do this on Instagram in 5 seconds.
Oh, we would do it on Instagram. It's not like an actual program that we do it.
No, it's
Okay.
on Instagram.
Yeah, okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
You just, again, once you've got the pictures downloaded on some sort of folder, then again, that's an Instagram thing. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I can do it on Instagram. I
Okay.
also have Canva, so
Okay, Canva is another one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get out of the screen here, and then I will let my mother start. But so this is again just kind of an overview of everything and anything from the GMA website to the school groups, the differences, and I encourage you all to go on there, introduce yourself every time you've got a listing. I know that Sherry has been super nice in sharing some of the AI training that she's done with her certification, with different prompts and how to do this and how to do that. So, any information you want to share with the group is very welcome. We love people who share and yeah. So yeah, please go ahead.
So I just wanted to follow up on last meeting. I did post how we were able to get in our international listings on KV Core. So if any of you are looking to do that, I posted it in school, but I'm happy to send anybody a message as well. So just DM me. I'll put my number in there in the chat.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's extremely helpful, especially those of you, I don't know if Sherry does it, but I know that Daniela in Spain does it to where on her website, she's got a tab that says, click here to view my local listings, and then click here to view my international listings. And so the information from KV Core, I imagine that's how it goes, right? Is automatically synced into her website. Is that not how it goes?
It's not automatic. We had to create a website in Canva and then pull it into KV Core. And my link on my website says global market, global listings. Search
Okay.
my global listings, something like that.
Perfect.
I just put my number in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Well, now I'm going to let my mother take over and then, like I said, the last 10, 15 minutes, we'll answer all the questions that you have. Mom?
Yes, just the first thing, the next issue of the magazine will be coming up in end of March. So please enter your listings, the new listings that you have on the GMA site, because if they are not on the site, they cannot go onto the magazine. The reason is that when you enter them on the site, you sign the agreement, whichever it is, if it is with no procurement fee or with procurement fee. So then you are giving the authorization to anyone from the GMA membership, of course, to market your property, and that's very important. So when I select properties, I usually, take the nicest ones. I usually also take the first ones to arrive. And sometimes I ask you if your property can be on the front page. We did that with a couple of properties. We did one from Texas, I think, a beautiful property. We did a couple from Barcelona, from Daniela. And we did one from Tahiti. Now the next one will be the little castle we have in France, because we really need to find a buyer. And it's a perfect thing because it's 1.3 and the lady is going to drop it to 1 million. So it's really a good deal. If somebody wants to buy a small, authentic castle, it has some work to do, but it's an old house, so of course. So please put your pictures, your listings, your new listings into the GMA site. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. So now talk about luxury real estate. Well, as Olivier said, my past experience comes from the French Riviera, where I started real estate 57 years ago. I'm always scared when I say that number. And then we moved to prestigious places around the world. My husband was a general manager of 4-star resort hotels, so we had to go. And so we lived in St. Bart's. And from St. Bart's, I realized that we had luxury buyers. And when we say luxury, it meant with very expensive properties. And I also realized that there were different clients in the islands in St. Bart's and in the Caribbean than the ones that were buying on the French Riviera, for example, where it was more old money. It was more, people with who had a different lifestyle. And then in St. Bart's, it's a different crowd. Now you would probably say it's the startup, crowd, people who make a lot of money in a very short time, don't have a real education for some of them. It's completely different from the old French money or European money to what we call in French, the nouveau riche. But they are clients, we are real estate agents, and at the end of the day, it's our business. We are the professional, and we have to handle ourselves as a professional, of course. So when you look at all the luxury, programs and things that people are saying in the luxury events, I'm not sure that they really know what luxury is. I think that they think that their client is in the luxury business, but sometimes the client is not, and sometimes there are also fake clients. So I want to go through all that in a short time today, because I think it's important to understand, first of all, be yourself. Second, you are the professional. And then third, you do have to adapt yourself. You're not handling yourself the same way with somebody that has no education but a lot of money, or somebody who is the king or the future queen of another country, or somebody high ranked, where you have to stand back. Even if you are the professional, you don't handle yourself the same way. In a recent luxury event where I participated with Lisa Boyden, who is a GMA member as well. She was on the panel with Melanie as well. They wanted me to explain what was the difference between those two. And, it's really funny because effectively, if you're going to show a property to a future king or somebody of the high society, you don't arrive to that property with your own Rolls Royce. You arrive with a low-key car because you don't want to show off, because in that world, it's not acceptable. You keep boots in your car because you know that if you have to walk down the grounds of the castle, you can't do that in your Louboutin shoes for women, or with expensive, shoes from Gucci or something for men. You want to make sure that you are dressed for the party, which means you don't go to play golf like if you're going to play tennis, right? You dress accordingly to the golf game, and you dress in a different way for the tennis. So it's about the same thing. And you handle yourself professionally. You dress yourself, casual but chic, not eccentric. You don't wear all your jewelry. You keep it low. Now, on the contrary, when you are dealing with people who made a lot of money very quickly, they want an agent who works with them, who is like them. And so if you have, the Rolls-Royce or the latest four-wheel drive Rolls-Royce or Lamborghini or whatever, yes, use it. Show what you have, show that you have succeeded, because that's what they like. They are not going to give their trust to an agent who has not shown that they are at the same level as them or even higher than them. So it's a totally different approach when you deal with luxury. So that said, the other important thing, of course, is to stay yourself, because at the end of the day, you're not there to. It's not a circus. You have to show that you are the professional, but you do have to make a little bit of those differences, and in order to be able to adapt yourself to the situation. So that's the first thing. Now, what is important also is that you also have to make sure that the person you are talking to, who is, wanting to buy a castle or wanting to buy something quite expensive, that they can buy the property. And you'll find out, unfortunately, that you have a lot of people who are just liars, and they're wasting your time. But when you have a call from somebody who says, I'd like to buy this castle, could you give me more information? And the property is 15, 20, 30 million. How do you say, well, do you have the money to buy that? It's quite difficult. So I have a couple of stories that happened to me when I was listing that beautiful castle in Scotland, which was 27 million or something like that. I had a first guy, he was from Philadelphia. And at that time, we didn't have Skype. We didn't have anything like now. We didn't have the internet where we can look at who is the person. We can't Google the person. So it was quite difficult. And I trusted the guy. He called me almost every morning, having questions. Okay, I'm ready to buy. Do you have an attorney? Yes, I have an attorney. Okay, let's call the attorney on the other side. It turns out the guy was a fake. Every time we were asking him to send us the proof of fund or the name of his attorney, his fax machine was not working. And it lasted, probably almost a month and a half. Almost every day he had something else. So I dropped the guy thinking to myself, he's never going to buy. And he never did. And then I have another agent from Florida, a guy that I really know well and I like. He says, I have this lady. She is a baroness. I'm thinking, okay, she wants to buy the castle. Okay, she has the money. He said, well, I think so. Do you think, or do you know? Well, I think so. She's showing off and she says she has a private plane and all that stuff. Okay, then, if she has a private plane, maybe she has the money. And turns out that we asked for a bunch of stuff, like proof of fund, and she would send us fake information, all by fax again, because at that time we didn't have the internet to prove if that client was real or not. And it was like a nightmare. We called the attorneys. The attorneys spoke to her. She made them believe that she had the money, but not today, but tomorrow, that the money was coming. The money never came. We just had to forget about it. Thank God I had the real client to whom I really, asked for hundreds of proof. I wanted the president of the bank to give me a call. I wanted his attorney to give me a call, and not just a so-called attorney. It had to be the attorney. He was from Florida, so I wanted the biggest firm in Orlando. And I was very surprised, and I think I told that story so many times. I was buying jeans because we were flying to Glasgow the next day, and I was still buying some stuff. And when the attorney called me and said, Audrey, we are very interested, I said, okay, send me all this, ask all the proof of fund. And an hour later, I'm still in the shop, and you could hear at the background, like a shopper's attention or something like that. And he's telling me, Audrey, you have everything received on your desk or not? And I'm thinking, oh my God. When I came home, my fax machine was wild. I had all the documents, the president of Wachovia Bank, the president himself called me and said, my client wants to buy the castle. So at the end of the day, it worked very well. So I'm thinking, I know now that I have to be very careful, but it doesn't make really sense because even today, a few weeks ago, I got a call I have this beautiful property in Menton, which is a lemon grove. It's just amazing, but I have a hard time finding a buyer. It's 6 point something. And I got a call from a lady. She's from Germany. And sorry, and she's very interested. She wants to buy a lemon grove. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, now how do I tell her, okay, I'm willing to show it to you, but do you have the money? So I tried the most elegant way I could find, saying that the owner had requested information on her banking situation before we show the property. And you know what she said to me? She said, oh, I can't provide you that because I haven't won the lotto yet. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. I Googled her. She works in a big company. I thought she had money. No, she hasn't won the lotto, so she can't make the proof of fund. I lost, I don't know, I mean, not a long time, but still, I mean, I hate myself when this happens, but it happens. So you have to be very careful because when you deal with such large properties, you have to you have to be professional, you have to be polite. And when the lady tells you, well, I have to win the lotto, I said, well, me too, because I didn't know what else to say, honestly. Turns out she's a wonderful lady. She's still coming to visit the property. I told my seller, I'm not coming. You just show it to her. And when she has won the lotto, you tell her to call us back. But, anyway, so that's one of the things where you have to be very careful when you are dealing with, high wealth properties. So now, what is also important in the luxury business? I think now more than ever, the importance is to know that it's international. It's no longer just in my city. I'm going to sell this beautiful mansion that I have around the corner. Olivier, we can all say that we just sold a 9 point something villa in Costa Rica. We have not been in Costa Rica. I haven't. I don't think Olivier has. But we have some knowledge of the market. We knew how to do it, and we had the buyer. So, of course, it's a process. But at the end of the day, what it shows is that it doesn't matter where it is. And when you are advertising properties, clients will say, oh, I saw that you have a property in France, but I don't want to buy in France. I want to buy in Portugal. Can you help me? Yes, you can. I want to buy wherever in Vietnam or wherever in the world. Always say, yes, I can. Because you can't at the moment. You give a call to us. The next Wednesday, we do a call to all the GMA members and we ask, do you know somebody? Do you have somebody? And we always find a solution. I don't think that we have ever said to one of our members, oh, no, we don't know how to do that. Because when we don't know at the moment, we find a way to help you guys, to put you in contact. Also, remember that we don't take any referral fees from you guys when we put you together. It's out of our thing. We just there as a I think it's because we liked doing that at the end of the day. We like our job. And it's very important because it's a part of the education that you receive with the GMA is to learn how to handle all the requests from any clients. Don't lose a client because they want to buy something in Colorado and you are in Texas. Don't lose a client in a referral that is a bad referral. I mean, we have in the GMA agreements and training, I think we have a part of that where we explain how to handle the referrals with other agents. Don't give them away. Don't give your clients blindly to somebody that you don't know. Establish a relationship in a way that your client is the one giving you the authorization to research another agent. Have everything in writing, and we have that agreement. People, I see that every single day. I receive with EXP and with other companies, I receive agents who tell me, oh, I have a client who wants to buy there. Can you help? Okay. And then what's behind it? Nothing. You waste your time because the client in the meantime didn't have anything in writing with his agent in Dallas or wherever. And he just wandered around and he walked in front of a real estate company and he purchased a property. And you are nothing. And the agent in Dallas will have nothing either because the agent in Dallas didn't have an agreement signed with her buyer. You do a buyer's rep for your local clients. Do the same. You do a buyer's rep, but for international or for out of state or out of country properties. It's just a notice. It's just something that says, and you know, the one we have is very good because it clearly says that it doesn't really bound the buyer. I mean, your client. If he doesn't want to buy, he's not forced to buy with you. He can fire you, fire the other agent. We give him that opportunity. But at least if he's happy with the service that you are giving and happy with what you are choosing for him as a referral agent, you deserve your referral fee. And in that case, you deserve more than the 20% or 30%. I usually do 50% in that case, and it pays. I did a referral. I always tell that story with a girl in California. And she told me, okay, I'm fine with 50%. Are you? I said, yes. She got me 3 buyers for properties in Dallas. Those 3 buyers sold their properties later on. So at the end of the day, we had 6 transactions together. I don't mind giving her 50%. Honestly, I don't mind. And when you're dealing with high-end properties, you don't mind giving. Of course, if you have to do a lot of work, if it's very complicated, maybe the other side will say, well, I'm not going to give you 50%. I can give you 45. Sometimes you say yes because you like the person. I did that with an agent in California. He gave me 45% or 40%. I think it's all on the relationship that you are creating with other agents. But it's important that you always have something secured with your client, with your buyer who wants to buy outside, or with your seller who wants to sell outside. This is one of the advantages of GMA training. So we're a little bit far away from the luxury where Olivier wanted me to take you. But I don't want to take all the time either. And you know, when I start talking, I'm so excited about the whole thing that it's sometimes a little bit difficult for me to stop. One other thing as well is that when you want to deal with luxury, you always try to have on the other side an agent who is also familiar with luxury properties because they know the rules. There are rules, but it doesn't mean that if you are not yet into the luxury that you can't get into the luxury. You have steps to take and you can take them one by one to reach that level. It's not complicated. Everybody, I wouldn't say everybody, but I would say yes, everybody can do it. And it's just, if you are a good agent, if you are a good realtor, you have all the tools. How many hours in MCE classes do we do? I mean, imagine me in Texas. I've been licensed since '98. I do every 2 years, 18 hours. I think they should offer them to me. I have so many. I don't even know what else I'm going to take in 2 years. I just took my 2 years. So we have all the knowledge, the experience. We have been trained. We are up to date with everything. No one better than a realtor can help the clients. So I think Olivier wants me to stop, maybe.
No, I didn't. I was just I was looking at an email. Eduardo was asking about the magazine. No, I mean it's very valuable. You're right. It's very difficult. And one of the greatest books, somebody asked me yesterday, and I think my mother would agree to that. It's for business purposes. If you don't have it, it's called Kiss, Bow, or Shake Hands. It's a great book, that is going to give you some insights on how to deal with people, but also people from different cultures, because I know that my mother has dealt with some different families, Indian families, Asian families, European families, American families, and we're all different at the end of the day. There's not one that's better than the other. It's just that we have different styles in communication. We have different styles in negotiating. Um, and to be aware of that is extremely important. I think that, you know, one of the things, me personally now, I mean, one of the things my mother said, you know, it's hard to ask people about proof of funds, or I think that I think we have to do it, you know, and we have to pull the band-aid off, because the last thing you want to do is waste your time, like my mother has just told you, because it's an emotional roller coaster at the end of the day. You know, you think you have the sale, you don't have it, and it really it hurts your ego, it hurts everything about you emotionally. So, you know, if you've got any stories about that, we'd love to hear them from you, because you know, it's always entertaining, not entertaining, but it's part of the real estate business. So, does anyone has ever had an issue like that, where you've got a client that kind of made themselves sound a lot more important than they are and just wasted your time? Anyone want to share with us? No one?
Well,
People,
I'm the lucky one. I had so many. Oh God.
yeah, you did.
I
I
did
think
when I was young and stupid and green and excited to have a $3 million listing in 1982, back when the average sale price was 300. So yeah, I had a buyer who just talked the talk, and in our area, you know, if you're wearing jeans doesn't mean you're poor. You know, everybody in Silicon Valley is wearing jeans, so you can't judge a book by its cover. But it turned out he was a waste of time. But I learned a big lesson.
yeah, you learn that lesson every time. I mean, on the Lemon Grove, this is the third fake buyer that we have. One is an attorney, and I Googled him. I met him. He came to drink champagne with the seller. He, you know, tap in your hand. Yes, I'm buying. I'm buying. We go to the notaire, so we are ready to make the agreement. He's supposed to bring 10% of the deal to the table, just, you know, to write the offer, and he doesn't have the money. And then he says, well, maybe if I give you 1 million, you know, in 10 years, and if I please, and you are thinking, why, and everybody is upset. And then he says, well, it was 6 million. I offer you 4 million. So we say, okay, let's go for it, because my seller had enough. The seller is a race car driver, very famous. He's 82. He just wants to, you know, he doesn't want to do this anymore. And so we say, okay, 4 million. And the guy comes back. We go back to the notaire, and at the notaire again, he says, well, I'll give you 400,000 today and the rest in 10 years. In 10 years, my guy will be dead. I mean, he's 82. I mean, I hope not, but big chances. It's like, what? And every time we believe, because people, they have the arguments, they have, he comes with a big Ferrari, he's known everywhere, he gets, you know, a $100 bill like you have a $5 bill. And no, so you can't judge, but it's very difficult to tell the people. So the best thing is to say, okay, we need the documents from the bank, and if you don't have them, well, sorry, you can't see the property if you don't have. And it's hard to say that, even at my stage where I've been there for a long time. As Olivier said, it's an emotional roller coaster. You believe in it, and you so much want the buyer for your client that you're ready to erase everything you know. Okay, he's a good guy. I have a feeling. Yes, of course, you know. But
Yeah,
that's life.
yeah, no, it is. It's tough. It's tough. So, one question on the luxury real estate that I'm curious with the new laws, and I'm always is, you know, the NAR law. I know it doesn't really affect Maria and Tanya over there in Canada, but the when you're dealing with a luxury listing, and that luxury seller wants to do a pretty significant price reduction. And for those of you familiar with the GMA, you know, concept and the procurement fee, and you know, to be able to say, let's say if it's a listing at $1 million, and he wants to reduce it to, let's say, 50,000. So it's 950 now. So there's a 5% reduction. How would you navigate that conversation to say, let's reduce it a little bit and then add an extra 2% on top of what we've negotiated locally? You see where I'm going with this, Samia? Like, how would you bring that up, or Sherry or Kathy? What would be your input on that? Because I know the laws have changed quite a bit, and so and most of the real estate we do is in France, which you can't really have, you know, listings that are 7 or 8, 9, 10%.
Well, most of the sellers in the Bay Area anyway, that in our local community, and I just had a mastermind with 14 other agents, and pretty much everybody reported that none of their sellers except for one had a problem paying the buyer's agent fee.
Okay.
And we typically no longer say, when we're representing a buyer, what's your client offering? And when we're representing the seller, we don't say the seller is willing to offer X. We just wait till the offer comes in, because it's the bottom line that matters. And so we want to make sure when you're negotiating that you factor all these things in and not offer a number and then get shocked that the offer comes in so low. I know it's a percentage, but still sometimes, even though it's a percentage, the bottom line number is very important. And if somebody's willing to take Y and you're offering X, or, you know, not talking about numbers, but just most of us are moving forward and not having the hiccups that we all anticipated. We had so many meetings in our mastermind where we were all like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And at the end of the day, it's almost business as usual. But the lesson we are all taking away is that we don't have to give away the store up front and wait till things happen on paper. And we're lucky that we're in a market that's still very, very competitive for sellers. So we're not seeing the price reductions.
You're not, yeah. Yeah.
No.
But that's how you would, so how would you navigate that conversation to where I'm the seller, get a $1 million listing, and I tell you, hey, I want to go down to 950, and you would want to maybe, you know, use the GMA network for other agents to be enticed into the, because at the end of the day, that's, you know, agents move when there's money involved.
Right. I mean, back in the day when we did bonuses and, you know,
Yeah.
somebody selling it within a certain period of time, I guess you could go back to that.
Okay.
But, you know, God, I'm very happy and knocking on wood. I don't have to do that right now. I really don't like a buyer's market because buyers don't buy. But, you know, you can always be creative, and I love to be creative in inciting others. And I always stir the pot and try to get, even when it's competitive,
Mhm.
I tell agents that are hesitant, just bring the offer. Don't let your buyer, you know,
Dictate, yeah.
move away because they think they're not going to get it, because you never know what's going to be on the table. So as far as encouraging other agents when the price, or inciting the seller to make it competitive, is maybe have a bonus, you know, for the agent that closes within 30 days. You know,
Okay.
if you really want to incite the agent versus the buyer, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was, you know, because, you know, for the longest time, you know, my mother and I preached the, you know, kind of like you know, the a la carte system, to where there was the 6%, 7%, 8%, which package do you want kind of thing. And then
A menu of
NAR,
services, yes, the
yeah, and
menu.
then NAR, and that issue is not, I mean, it's really only in the US.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anywhere else in the world, I mean, if you want to have a 10% listing, you know, go for it.
No, 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 not in
Not in
France.
France, not in France. Sorry, that's France is a very particular
Yes,
country. I
we are
forget.
regulated. We cannot go over what has been accepted by the, from upfront, your company is saying, we are doing listings at that price, and you can't
Can't
higher
go
up.
back.
So you can lower it, but you cannot go higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
way to
hearing
protect
also,
the
I'm
buyer.
taking the Janie Coffee no call expired program, which I highly recommend anybody wants to do expireds. and just text me and let me know I can help you get in. But people are offering now menu of services on the listing side.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the word bespoke, I'm going to use in my access to, I haven't done expires in a long time. So and I don't like to call, so I really like that program. Excuse me, and make sure that your middle offering in the menu is really what you want, right?
Correct.
So the upper part is just a bonus if they choose that. And with EXP, we have so many different vehicles to market the properties, and then adding GMA to it makes you stand out. And to me, that's why I'm really excited to do the expireds, because now I have something most everybody else in my area doesn't have, right? I have GMA. I
Yeah.
have
It's an
international
important,
agent group
Yeah.
that will market my listing, because you never know where the buyer comes from.
exactly.
So that's how I spoke about GMA in my last mastermind. I had one person say, "Oh, tell me more." Okay, I'm trying to get them to see the light, and I like what you showed today. I'm going to send her that link so she can get exposure
Yeah.
to it.
It's a good way to, get your feet wet
Introduce it.
and
Yeah.
and then just
I
kind of
saw
see.
that
Yeah.
Sherry asked you if you can show where the affiliate link is after we sign up. That's
Oh, yeah.
what she
It's
wrote in
when you go
the
to your dashboard, Sherry, it's going to be the third bar, the black bar menu bar. It says join the affiliate program. And it's going to create a unique link with your name on it. And by the way, when you send that to someone, it gives them a 10% discount. So if someone says to you, well, why should I sign up with you, Sherry, and not me going to GMA directly? They actually get a 10% discount through you. And then you get about, I think it's 11 or 12% referral fee on whichever package they decided to go with.
So Olivier, is that link housed somewhere once we do sign up? Where would I find that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I know that we've had this question a few times. Do you remember your login password to that affiliate program? It's
I'm not sure. I'll have to, I don't know, but I tried to find my affiliate link in the dashboard, and the only thing I could find was the join link.
yeah.
I already joined it, so.
Let me put an email together with Anish, and then I'll let him know that I know the website. It's called Rewardful, I believe. And then but let me find out for sure, and then I'll send you an email.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, if you lost your password, you would just have to request another password from Rewardful, and like I said, it's got your name. So whenever, again, agents, I've had this question say, hey, why would they sign up with me rather than going on your site directly? And that's why people are a little bit scared. I'll just be honest as well to bring people into the free group, because if they sign up with GMA and you brought them in, but you're safe and you're secure. So whenever you bring guests into the free group and they have your link, you will get the reward.
Does that link expire at any time? Like if you send someone to that link, is
Yeah,
there like
it's 12 months.
12 months? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
12 months. Yeah, I had one agent in particular. I'm not going to say his name, but he's very particular with his referral fees. And my mother and I have known him for 20 years. And she knows who it is now. So
Do I?
yeah, you do. So Maria, do you have any question? We have about 4 or 5 minutes. And I know Glenn's not feeling well, but if you have any questions you want to, I know we covered a lot today. So
I want to finish all the training first.
Yep.
And then
Perfect.
collect everything all together.
Got it. Yep, perfect. Yeah, I'm excited for you. And yeah, any questions you have, just reach out to us. So
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
No, I'm so excited.
Well, good. Well, good. We're excited because you're in a, I used to spend a lot of time in the GTA, Greater Toronto area. And it's one of the most multicultural place I've ever seen in my entire life.
It
Really.
is. Yes.
It's Miami and LA don't have anything on Toronto. I can tell you that. I mean, that place is
Almost close to London, I would say. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I would say
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's and I know that right now your government is going through some I wouldn't say issues. Maybe that's a strong word, but some things with bringing money from other countries. I know that Vancouver had a lot of issues with, Asians coming in and buying floors and floors and floors and buildings and
Mhm.
putting out the people from Vancouver literally out of the city, not being able to afford anything. So,
Correct.
um,
Yeah, we do have a foreign ban until 2027.
wow.
Yeah. But I'm hoping now that Trudeau is out of the picture, maybe this will change.
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Because
It's,
we would really, sorry, we
yeah,
would
Oh, just
really, really, really like to get our foreign buyers back.
everybody needs also to remember, don't forget to upload your listings onto the GMA
Yes.
site. Really,
yep,
really important, because I'm looking for new properties for the next issue of the magazine. And the distribution of the magazine is growing, I mean, enormously. Every day I see pages that are read, because I can monitor who is reading the pages. I mean, not the names, but I can see how many times it's been, and the numbers are, oh my gosh, it's just amazing. So as we're getting bigger and bigger, it's important. Upload your properties into the GMA site. Very important.
yeah,
How
very
many
important.
members do we have now?
Close to 100. I know that it's only says 64 on there. And people ask me that question all the time, because we have trained over 9,000 since 2006.
Wow.
But about 4 years ago, before COVID, I wanted to be exclusive only to one brokerage, and that was not a right decision. That pushed away a lot of agents from other brokerages and kind of scared them, to be just completely honest. And so we kind of did we pushed restart about 6 months ago. Actually, it's been a year now since we pushed restart, and I know that Sherry was part of that as well with um, the technology that we had before this one. What we have now is like, I mean, so easy in comparison to before, and we're going to keep building and building more technology tools for you. The biggest one for me is Canva and lead generation with international properties. That's my biggest one for you. Is how can we get more leads from all these Facebook and LinkedIn groups that are already talking about Panama, Brazil, the south of France, Scotland, all of that. If we can figure that and have some sort of, I'm figuring it out right now with a niche to where um, that would be incredible.
Just how different it is to do the agreements and get the pictures from a year ago. Oh
Yeah,
my, you know,
it's
I
completely
don't have
different.
to hand sign
It,
things, and
I know
oh,
it's
I was like, gosh, really? We don't DocuSign or anything?
no,
So
Yeah,
no.
thank
It's
you.
just it's well, we know we are realtors. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing, and it's important to make sure that we have the best tools, but the easy way. And we get a lot of, by the way, we get a lot of referrals right now for properties for agents, and it's really growing. I have, I think, we gave one referral to an agent in Paris for a smaller apartment. We just gave another one for a bigger place, 1.3, I think, in the middle of France. And all that comes from agents that are GMA from other companies. And yesterday we had a very, very good conversation with another big group. You know that EXP Luxury has taken, so it's going to grow. EXP Luxury has 1,500 agents. So hopefully we'll get more and more of those agents to come on board. And we have another luxury group that will join very soon as well. And that takes time. Unfortunately, it's not something that we're gonna, in 1 second. But I think from now to the end of the year, there's going to be a huge difference, and it's going to help everyone, because we can then, the fact that we are open to all the companies is going to help the agents all over, because that's what we all want. We want to sell, that's our job. And we don't care if we sell a property to a Coldwell Banker agent or to a Remax agent or to somebody who's not branded at all. At the end of the day, it's our business, and
Sure.
that's what we're trying to do. I know we passed the time. I'm going to
Yeah,
be
it's okay. It's
in
okay.
trouble.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. This recording will be, posted again today on school group. So if you're listening to this, enjoy it. If not, thank you all for those of you who were here on the call today, and have a great day or a great evening. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Stay warm. Stay warm.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
we will.
thank you.